What's going on, guys? Tristan24 here and welcome back to another video. In today's video I have championship predictions back for you all, and this week I'm predicting match week 41 games. So let's have a quick review of last week, how I did. Millwall Swansea, I predicted 1-0 Swansea. The final outcome of that game actually was 1-1 draw. Millwall looked the better side in that game, but Swansea lucky Ryan Bruce the goal, to be honest. But yeah, one of them games actually finished 1-1. As I said, Barnsley Blackburn, really surprised in this game. I actually said a 0-0 draw. However, Barnsley showed their class, and with Ben Brenton getting sent off for Blackburn, Barnsley went on and won the game 2-0. And I actually predicted 0-0 as I said, so no points for that one. Cardiff Charlton was a big game for Cardiff in their promotion push. However, I predicted a 1-1 draw. This one actually ended 0-0. So I saw the draw coming, but not the right result. Next game was Reading Brentford, and I actually got this prediction spot on. I said 3-0 Brentford, and that's what the score was. Some great goals and play from Brentford, and you know, they really deserve to go up to the Premier League. Next we have QPR against Fulham, the West London derby, of course. Now I said for this one a 1-0 Fulham win. However, the actual outcome of the game was 2-1 to Fulham. Fulham actually had to come from behind, and now I think they're getting used to playing without any fans. Next game, Leeds against Luton. I said 2-0 Leeds, but Luton proven to be a really good side now. There was actually a 1-1 draw, and Leeds, they could still slip up, but if they do, surely something would have to change. Wigan Stoke. Wigan actually, I predicted 2-0, but the actual outcome was 3-0 Wigan. And some sad news about Wigan. They're actually in administration. They've entered it 2 days ago now. It's not good to see a team going to administration. It's just showing now that the effect of the coronavirus break is now affecting teams, and I reckon we'll see a lot of teams follow Wigan. But at the end of the season, if they finish outside the relegation zone, 12 points will be deducted. But if they finish in the relegation zone, then they'll start League 1 next season on minus 12 points. It's not really fair at all because Wigan are doing amazing. I really don't want them to go down, if I'm honest, because they deserve to stay up. But it's football at the end of the day. As for Stoke, they're not doing very well at the moment, are they? Next game, Preston Derby. This was a big game for the 6th place playoff place. And I said 1-0 Preston, but actually a surprising goal from Wayne Rooney. What a free kick it was, and that actually got Derby to win 1-0. Of course, I predicted 1-0 Preston, so I knew there was going to be 1 goal in it, but which way? Next game was Birmingham against Huddersfield. For this one I said 1-0 to Birmingham. Actually ended 3-0 Huddersfield. What is going on with the lower teams? They're turning into Barcelona. It's amazing, you know, it's so intense at the bottom of the table, and wow, mind blowing. Next game, Forest Bristol. I thought Forest were going to win 3-0 here. It turned out only to be a 1-0 win. And I'll tell you something, this week we saw so many free kicks go in, and Silva for Forest actually scored a free kick. So free kicks flying in everywhere this weekend. Or should I say match week, because midweek games, of course. Next, we've seen Sheffield Wednesday play West Brom. Now West Brom, this was a must-win for them, as Brentford were closing the gap on them. And I predicted a 1-1 draw, but it actually turned out to be 3-0 West Brom. They knew the job they had to do to stop Preston getting in there, and they did it well. So well done to them. And then the final game, I predicted 2-0 Middlesbrough. What a game. I've watched this one, of course. And it was actually 2-1 to Hull. Great 3 points for them. And it just shows that Warnock is a great manager. When it comes to the players though, sometimes the pressure can get to them. You know, Warnock, I do think they'll keep Middlesbrough up. And it's Hull though, I don't know. Herbie, Kane actually scored the free kick again. And what a free kick it was. Amazing, to be honest, to have that quality in the that quality in a side that's struggling. But they scored, and in the added time at the end of the second half, Wilkes scored the on loan Barnsley man, and later on that day they actually went on to sign him on a permanent basis. For Middlesbrough, it was Sombolonga's early penalty to take them in front. But yep, that's all happened from last week. Let's go on to my predictions for this week. First game, we have Charlton against Millwall. Two teams in great form. And for Charlton, Lyle Taylor has actually left the club. Of course, all the players would have had their contracts and all that expire by this time. But for this game, I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Charlton, they're doing amazing at the moment. And I won't be surprised if they actually end up staying up. As for Millwall, a good performance against them at Swansea last week. They should have got the 3 points, if being honest. But of course they didn't. And I think this one's going to end in 1-1 draw. And I think this is the end for Millwall's playoffs hopes. Next game, Derby against Nottingham Forest. Now, I think Derby might have Tom Lawrence back. I'm not sure how long he got banned for. Could have been 3 games. If they had him, that would have been an extra bit of quality as well. And I did think they might have beaten Forest. But I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Nottingham Forest, they're a good side, and so are Derby. It's hard to split these teams. Brentford against Wigan next. Wigan, of course, they haven't lost since the restart, and you know, sad times. But I think the administration news and all that is going to get the players down a little. Unfortunately, Brentford are a world-class side. Got to say it. I'm going to go 3-1, but Wigan, I really do want them to go down, to be honest. Next game, Fulham play Birmingham. I'm going to say 2-0 Fulham for this game. Fulham they're getting their rhythm back, aren't they? After that win at QPR, and that'll give them great confidence. As for Huddersfield, a 3-0 win against Birmingham in the last game, but I just can't see them beating a Fulham side. Maybe at the start of the season, of course, because they just come down from the Premier League. They might have, but no. Next game, then, Blackburn against Leeds. This has going to be one of the games of the weekend, but Blackburn, I honestly feel if they don't get anything out of this game against Leeds, and I know it's hard, but if they drop points in 2 more games, I can't see them finishing in the playoffs, to be honest. We're at that time of the season where you have to be consistent, and teams are just dropping off, and to have that standard, it can't happen. And I'm going to predict a 2-0 Leeds win for this game. They've got their momentum back. Next game is Huddersfield Preston. Huddersfield, for the Fulham game I said against Huddersfield's meant to be Birmingham. They did lose to Huddersfield. But next game is Huddersfield against Preston. For this one, I'm going to say 2-1 Preston. I think they'll just edge it. But again, if they don't pick up points soon, I know they're only 4 points off, 4 points off Cardiff, but they need to start picking up points to get in that 6th place again. Luton against Reading. Luton are on great form, and if they keep that up, the performances they played against Swansea and against Leeds, I can see them beating Reading. 2-1, I'm saying. Next up, we see Stoke Barnsley. I'm going to say 2-1 Barnsley. Stoke are in trouble. Barnsley trying to get out of that relegation battle, but it's not paying off for them right now. of course, because all the other teams are winning, unfortunately for them, but yeah. Next game, Bristol, Cardiff. Some could see this as a derby. I don't really think it is. To be honest, it's the same as saying Swansea, Bristol, but just because they're close to each other in it. But I think this game, the occasion, because some people see it as a derby, they'll both need the points, to be honest. I see Bristol now is out of the promotion push. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw for this one. Both teams just... Cardiff couldn't beat Charlton, and Bristol, they just can't beat anyone at the moment. So that's what I'm going to say, 1-1 draw. Swansea and Sheffield Wednesday is a Sunday game. And for this one, I'm confident of a Swansea win. Sheffield Wednesday would have had their confidence broken by West Brom last week by a 3-0 defeat. I'm going to say 2-1 Swansea. Hopefully, we can get the 3 points. Second last game is Middlesbrough QPR. I don't know what's happening to them. They're just not playing as QPR, if you get what I mean. I'm going to say 2-1 Borough. Despite the fact of the defeat to Hull, I do think Warnock's going to shake the players up and get them to win against QPR, who haven't won since the return. West Brom against Hull is the final game, and to be honest, after that game against Sheffield Wednesday for West Brom, I can't see anything but a West Brom win. Hull, though, great 3 points to them, and now their confidence will be up, and they will be preparing for the worst, really. But Grant McCann, he seems to have got the players getting a bit more, into the thing. Hull plays scrappy football, though, and it's not really that nice to watch, but West Brom are world class at the moment, and I can see them going up to the Prem as well. So that is it for all my predictions in the Championship. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like if you do, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Next up is the recap of my predictions.